Okay, I appreciate you. Well, you could have been somewhere else, but you decided to come here with me. Hey, stay off that food table, young man. I thought I had somebody supposed to be watching my table. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. You could have been somewhere else. You came here with me tonight, came here to be with us and see what we got going on. And there's not a lot that we're going to be announcing tonight that is anything different than what you have previously known about us, but we're going to add some new things to what we've already been doing at the level that we've already been doing it. So I want to bring Shawn up here, and we're going to kind of discuss what's going on and open you guys up for questions. Just 1 second. Get Shawn up here. What's up, everybody? Where do I start? What's up? This is it's gonna be a good weekend. Always great when we got some fights here in town. This weekend we have Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios. I'm not sure how many of you are aware, but this fight right here is for another title eliminator for the WBC title. I'm sorry, but the reason why I say it with a smile and a small chuckle is because the first title eliminator has not been set yet. Myself and Keith Thurman are supposed to be fighting for the WBC title. I am the mandatory challenger for that weight, for that belt, and we are waiting to find out when that's going to happen. WBC has not put any pressure on Keith to make a fight with me for that belt, but they've taken it upon themselves to make another title eliminator for the winner of myself and Keith Thurman, which we don't know when that's going to be, and so on and so forth. So honestly, my main goal this weekend is to make some noise, possibly speak to the WBC, let them know that the winner of Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios is void to fight the winner of Shawn Porter versus Keith Thurman, because there is no Shawn Porter versus Keith Thurman fight yet. Therefore, there can be no another title eliminator made. So upon doing that, I plan on making my job, my duty this weekend to become more of a promoter than a fighter, become more of a challenger than I've ever been, louder than you guys have ever seen me, and not just the hopes of getting a fight made, but a definite feeling, thought, consideration of having not just another fight with myself and Keith Thurman made, but potentially a fight with myself and Danny Garcia, who I think is going to be victorious coming tomorrow. So the team has spoken. We've tried to make some arrangements, get some things done, and we'd like to get back in the ring June, July at the latest. Keith Thurman is still tapping his feet, walking around, trying to figure out who, when, and probably at this point, why. To me, there is no question. It should be me and him. It should have been me and him last year. It should have been me and him the year before that when we fought for the biggest fight ever in 2016. That's neither here nor there. I'm here to speak about now. Now I'd like to get back in the ring relatively soon, before the end of the summer. We're going to make some noise, talk to Keith, see what he's talking about. Keith is so funny when it comes to negotiating. Keith is a lot like a child when it comes to negotiating. If he's not hearing what he wants to hear, he's going to hang up the phone, and then he'll call back when he's ready to call back. So if you guys are wondering why Keith Thurman hasn't made a fight with myself, or even past that, why he hasn't made a fight since last year, that's the reason why. He wants everything done his way, on his time. I'm not here for that. I think I've remained calm, patient, quiet, all the way up until this point. 2018 is moving. I don't want it to pass me by. I know y'all don't want me to pass it by. Y'all don't want it to pass me by. With that being said, this is going to be a fun weekend. This is going to be an interesting weekend. And after this weekend, you should know what direction Team Porter is moving in terms of me getting back in the ring. Understood?
So guys, the announcement we're making today, Camp Porter Management has been in effect now for approximately 2 years, but the Porter High Performance Center has been private, and I have been a private trainer. I choose not to train a lot of fighters. I've worked with lots of fighters. I've got relationships with lots of fighters. All these champions, young champions you see now, from the Charlos to the Errol Spences, I've spent time with those guys in other countries, on the road, in training camps, you know, and I go way back with those guys. And it's a good thing, it's a good feeling to see them being successful and doing the things they're doing. But I chose to take myself in a different direction, so a lot of things that I've done has just diversified from being a trainer to a manager to a promoter to gym owner, you know, to other aspects where I can create revenue streams and just feel good about the things I'm accomplishing. But along the way, sometimes things happen that change your mind. You come in contact with somebody or something, and it just strikes you and it stays with you. So I want to introduce a young lady that has I've had the opportunity to meet on a number of different occasions, and each time that I met that young lady, something told me that I needed to continue to be in communication with her. Had no clue at all that this day was going to come and I'd be making this type of announcement, but the reason I really felt we needed to have this press conference is on her behalf, because she's deserving of this. And I see we probably got a good 2, 4, 6, 8. We got a good 8 to 10 media members here. And you guys, I want you to support what we're talking about, who we're talking about, and get behind her in her career. Her name is Shadasia Green. Please come up. And I want to tell you a little bit about Shadasia Green. Future world champion Shadasia Green. I want to tell you a little bit about her before I turn the microphone over to her. And you got to understand, I don't get excited about anything. I just don't. I'm just even keeled about everything. But I am very happy about this, because I feel like I'm in a position to help somebody be successful in their life. But no matter what, if she didn't come in contact with me, she was going to be successful in anything that she decided to do. Whatever that is she decides to put her mind to, she's going to be successful in. So I feel like I'm blessed to be like, oh, I can get on and get on this roller coaster with you, and I can ride with you. I can be a part of this. I can sit in the front. I can put my hands up. We can scream and yell, and you know. So it's huge for me to even open up and let somebody else come in and be a part of what I do and the way I do it. But I think she's the perfect person for that. And not a lot of people, most of them don't understand what it takes to be a world champion. I think she understands that. I believe she understands that. And the different aspects and different dynamics of getting to that point that it's going to take for her to get there, I know I have the ability to do that. I have the ability to do that. So to just tell you a little bit about her, before she began to really take on boxing, I mean, she started young, at a young age, maybe like 14, correct? But she's an all-around athlete. So she's playing basketball, and you know, she's boxing, she's doing a lot of different things, and she actually went on to college to play basketball at Old Dominion, and she has become very successful in that. She's one of the top players on her team, you know, for the years that she was there, and I watched just a little bit of that on the internet, a little bit of the videos of her, and that's amazing to me. So I want her to, at some point in time, get out on the court and shake this young man up, you know, do some things to him that I can't do no more, because I'm going to be living vicariously through her on that. But she's rated #2 in the world as an amateur boxer, and now that she's decided to forego the Olympic dream and just pursue this world championship, I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad that she chose us. I'm glad that God brought us together, and she's here today. Her name is Shadasia Green. I'm going to introduce her to you right now.
I just want to say I'm here with so much gratification, and it's such an honor to be in the presence of a world champion and a world champion coach. I mean, he's been everything he said he would be, and this man is changing my life. Boxing is a passion, it's a dream, and it's what I want to do. You know, I want to be world champion. I want to be pound for pound world champion, and I actually want to be the face of women's boxing. And I believe that I have the talent and skills to possess those things. So the fact that Kenny Porter is giving me this opportunity, I'm so filled with so much gratification and love for this man. And I just really want to say thank you for having me. Again, I've done some things in my life that I'm proud of, but I feel like I haven't scratched the surface just yet, because my dream is to be holding that WBC title, you know, taking on all competitors, and just conquering everything, conquering the world. And I believe that I possess the skills and the talent, and when you guys see me, your eyes will stay open. That's pretty much all I have to say on that part. Again, so much gratification I'm filled with, and I'd hope to get on the court and in the ring with Shawn. I don't mean to offer him out like that, but who doesn't want to take on a world champion of Shawn's caliber? He's amazing, he's aggressive, and I hope to actually, you know, have some of his qualities too. And I think with some of his qualities and Kenny on my side, I can do great things. So.
Is it true that Ann Wolf is your aunt?
No, I've gotten that quite a few times, but we are not related.
Well, who has inspired you? I mean, it doesn't have to be a female, you know, but who has inspired you in boxing today?
I watch. I have to say you, because it's true. I've studied many of your tapes. I've watched many of your fights. I know some of your moves probably better than you do. But no, not to do them, but I know, I understand. I like to watch men's boxing, preferably. I watch people like Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, Pernell Whitaker, Shawn Porter. I like to move and box. I like to sit and punch. So many people. Right now, I really like Lomachenko. So those are some of the guys that really inspired me.
I believe you're a super middleweight. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what I intend to go down to.
That would you want the WBC title that's held by Clarissa Shields, might be the most popular right now women's boxing. So is that something you think about down the road?
Absolutely, absolutely, no question.
What do you think about when you watch her? What do you think? How do you assess her?
I think Clarissa Shields is an amazing fighter. I think she's done a lot for the women's, you know, for the sport. We've gotten in the ring quite a few times. Nothing but love and respect for her. We were actually teammates. And like I said, right now she's the face of women's boxing, and she's paving the way for, you know, up and coming fighters. So much love and respect to her.
Have you ever sparred her?
Absolutely.
And?
And you know, we definitely got going. So I mean, Clarissa Shields understands. She knows. I mean, if you ask her the same question, I'm sure she'll give you an answer. I've been called out to camp quite a few times, but it was unfortunate I had tore my Achilles, so I couldn't go. But we've worked quite a few times up at the USA Colorado OTC Center. I've worked with a lot of fighters. Mostly I actually like to spar with men, because they can take a little bit more than women can. So for me to get well prepared, I get in there with guys, middleweight, heavyweight, smaller guys for speed. But I don't prefer to spar women, because again, I'm a bit stronger than the normal.
Do you look forward to sparring Shawn?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, I just don't, because I don't want Shawn to get me and show off a little bit, but I'm not calling him out. It'll be an honor to step in the same ring with him.
I'll tell you what, a part of success is being crazy, right? And I think y'all can hear her, she's a little bit crazy. I had the opportunity to meet her for the first time about a month ago now, I think. And I saw her from a distance, but never really, you know, had a chance to speak to her or see her work that much. My dad walked away, and I had a good 20 to 30 minutes to just talk to her. And again, to be successful, you got to be a little bit crazy. And in that 20 to 30 minutes, I got to find out just how crazy she is, what she's prepared to do, what she wants to do. And, you know, a lot of people can talk a good game. A lot of people can convince you. A lot of people can say something that might make you believe in them. With saying all that, she has done everything that it takes for me to believe in her, from a mental and a psychological standpoint, just from conversing with her, after seeing her work in the ring through numerous videos, I said, oh, yeah, I understand why she's crazy now, because this woman, she really does have it. And I mean, obviously, we up here to announce this right now and to make this fun for her, to give her a little taste of what being a professional athlete is like. And it's only a matter of time before she has to go in there and do everything that we're saying that she can do. But, you know, coming from one former world champion, one elite athlete, one individual who has been at the top of the game since I was 8 years old, I can tell you that I'm pretty convinced, I'm pretty sure she's crazy enough to pull this off and has what it takes. You know, I'm excited for her to have her first fight, so that we're able to look at you guys and talk about what she's doing instead of what she can do. And it's only a matter of time. Kenny Porter right here, my dad, is going to do a phenomenal job with her. I'm hands down the best job that anybody could do with her. And he's going to put her right in position so that you guys are able to see every footstep that she takes, every step up the ladder that she takes. And when she finally does make it to that WBC, that IBF, that WBA, that WBO, whatever title that is for the women's that she can capture, I have no doubt that she's going to capture it. And if she don't, she's going to do a damn good job at trying to capture it. And I'm just here to testify to that right now, that this is a remarkable, very, she's in a class of her own. And like she said before, right now, the only person you could say that about is Shadasia Shields. Outside of that, there's really not too many other female athletes that you can name right now in the sport of boxing who have taken the sport by storm. You can talk about the used-to-be's, but you can't talk about anybody right now. And I have no doubt that soon y'all will all be talking about Shadasia Green.
Shadasia, how do you describe it? If people haven't seen you box before, how do you describe your style? What are they going to see when they see you fight?
I like to think that I can do it all. I can sit in the pocket and trade and punch. My defense, I'm working on it. I want to make it impeccable. I counter very well and I move very well. I like to say I can really pretty much do it all. I can be aggressive. I can walk you down and take it from you. I can put you on the canvas, and then I can dance around too and look good doing it.
And you know, I always ask every female boxer, why boxing? Because you know, it's not a sport that even men, not all men go to that sport. What attracted you and what made you stick to it?
Well, first it was just basically I was a big basketball star and I wanted to get my footwork right. But even back before that, my grandfather was actually a great boxer, and I think it was just in my blood. My mom never took it up, but you can see, you know, based on her ability to punch, she has skills herself. So. But I just love the sport. I watch it. It's the only thing I want to watch. It's the only thing it's on my laptop that I study. And I just really love the contact of it and the art of it, because it is an art.
I know you mentioned you and I've talked to a lot of women boxers, and they spar men because they have no women people to spar. But you choose to fight men.
Yes.
How does that? I mean, do you tell them to go just as hard as they normally would, or do you work with them a little bit because of the size difference?
They don't really have a choice. I mean, once they get hit, they don't want to be embarrassed. They know sometimes, like I spar at home 3 times a week, so they kind of know beforehand that they're coming to, you know, spar. And sometimes I'm working with men, and I know it's hard to believe, but I am sincerely in there working and taking it light on men. I called Kennedy the other day, and he said that he's not going to put me in there with anybody who can't beat my behind, and I believe him. So, I sparred a couple of women, and I always have to stop because I feel like I got, you know, well, they feel also that I got a lot of power, so I know how to use it. I'm a precise puncher. I know how to place my punches in the correct form to hurt you. So I just really like sparring with guys. They trade more, and the smaller guys, their punch output, the intensity of their punches, it makes me work a little bit, because if they're throwing 30, then that means I need to throw 40. So
I can't wait to watch you fight.
Appreciate that.
Have you ever dropped a guy in sparring?
Absolutely. I dropped a guy last week with a body shot. It was a double down.
Looking all nervous over
He
there,
was
Shawn.
165. It was a double down. I mean, I know sometimes everybody, you know, you can talk a good one, but I promise you, I think, matter of fact, it was last Wednesday, I was sparring a guy. I just hopped in the ring, and my trainer told me to hop in the ring from back home. And I was working with him, and he was going a bit hard. He got power. Of course, he's 165. I had him on the rope, probably this side, and I dropped him with a double down. A left hook to the head and then to the body. I heard him go, oop, and he fell.
Is it going to be important, you think, on the way up to get knockouts to help? You know,
absolutely, that's what sells tickets. And in order to be successful in this game, you have to put behinds in seats, you know. And like I said, when you're represented by these guys, I mean, when you think about Porter, that's what you aggressiveness. They put people in seats. This is what you want to see. This is the mecca of boxing. You got Shawn Porter, who was literally knocking guys outside the ring, and guys don't even want to finish. They're like, you know what? No, we don't want to do this. I mean, how can you not? I mean, and Kenny Porter is look at him. He looks about 25, and he's in there with you. So I mean, I feel like I said, I got the power, but I think he's just gonna add so much to my arsenal to allow me to do great things, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Kenny, you've had a lot of guys come in and even do work with Shawn for camp, so you've worked with other pros, but is she going to be the first like official second professional fighter you train with and work with?
No, I've had others. You know, I work with Shane Mosley.
Right.
Leroy Thomas, who is, by the way, getting ready to defend his Commonwealth Heavyweight Championship in London, England, actually Sheffield, England, March the 3rd. We've been together now for 4 camps. This is our 3rd fight together. He won the championship with me last May, and then he defended. Well, that wasn't a defense we did in New York, but he fought on Shawn's undercard in New York, and again, now we're going back to again. But I'm just selective, just like anything else in my life. You know, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So I'm very selective about who I choose to train, who I choose to give my time and attention to. But I'm very selective about everything else I do in my life as well. So no, she's not the first or the second. There's lots of others. You know, there's other people I've touched along the way, but I may not necessarily even walk to the ring with them. You know, you know, there's opportunities now. This is opening up. Actually, I've got a young fighter from the UK that I'll be signing when I go over to the UK in about 10 days. Name of Dylan Bombercott. And he's waiting for me to come over there with his contract. He's very excited about that. And he'll be coming back, not on this trip, but he'll be coming back over early spring. And he'll be working with us, and he'll get his professional debut with us. So, you know, I'm now opening up to, and it's an individual. It's character. Her character also draw me to her. That's a big part of the reason why I'm standing up here with her right now, because of the character, the person that she is. And that obviously, let's give credit to her mom. That comes from the way her mom raised her. And we, you know, I see that, and that draws me to her as well, because she was raised right, you know what I mean? And there's just so many other things. I told her, I said, you know, I was actually joking, but I mean what I'm saying. I said, you know, I'm going to adopt her, you know, she's going to be mine, you know, because I feel that much for her, that whatever's going to happen to her has got to happen to me first, and nothing's going to happen to her. Mom, nothing's going to happen to her. It ain't, you know, it's going to happen to me first. So, yeah, I'm being a little bit more open now to let more people come in and work, but, you know, you still got to be that high character, you know, and they got to be willing to work really, really hard, because it's not about the fame, it's not about the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, none of those things like that. What happens in that ring on Friday or Saturday night is going to determine how you live the rest of your life, from a health standpoint and also from a financial standpoint. You know, the other stuff is secondary.
How much do you enjoy that process of taking a hungry young fighter and just that building, helping them build up, and how much do you get out of that?
Honestly, I enjoy helping people become successful, and it doesn't have to be boxing. You know, there's been lots of guys that I trained that never became professional boxers. They were good amateurs, never became professional boxers, but they went on to do successful things in their lives. They went on to go to college. They went on to go to the military. One guy became a brigadier general, and he called me up when it was time for him to retire. He said, hey, I want you to, he retired young, but because I ain't that old, but he said, hey, I want you to come and speak on my behalf. Those type of things, when someone comes to me and say, hey, this is my son, coach, will you train him? They're not asking me to train this 5-year-old kid. They're not really. They're just saying, can you spend some time with him like you spent with me? And help him to be who you helped me to be, you know. So those things are much more important in helping a person become successful. So for her, I'm going to surround her, and I've already started doing that, with people who will help her become successful. And we've already started to talk beyond the boxing ring, because she's got a desire and a passion to do things bigger and better than just boxing. And that's just, you know, that's exciting to me as well, to help her to accomplish those goals.
I actually can hear her being the third person on your co-commentating team for the Vegas fight.
Listen, the possibilities are immense for her in anything and everything that she decides to do, you know. And we're going to explore all those things. We're going to find out from 1 to 100 or from A to Z what makes her happy, what she enjoys doing, because we're going to do those things. And I know there's a lot of things that she wants to do that people are not aware of, and we want to bring that to your attention as well. Yes, you can box, but look at some of these other things, you know. I just see, you know, the sky's the limit.
What's her timeable schedule in terms of times a year she wants to fight? And obviously the looming question is, how soon can you get her in the ring with Carissa Shields?
Well, we're not in a rush to do the latter, but the former, we're not in a rush to do either. Though I would like to. Someone said I was very impatient today, and they are right in some terms, because I could be standing here but actually be somewhere else. And, you know, I can be walking, but really in my mind I'm running. So, but that's just my mentality. So when the time is right for her to make her professional debut, meaning it could be a card that, you know, is going to showcase her and she's going to be seen, that might be the right one. Or it could be a card that nobody's going to know anything about her, but maybe she's just peeking in the gym and we say it's time, we need to fight now, you know. But I believe she'll be on a fast track. And I believe that probably it could be within less than 10 fights she's fighting for a world championship. You know, she has that kind of ability. I saw somebody when she was talking, one of you guys, I don't want to point no fingers and no elbows, but I saw somebody kind of like shy away from something she said. And that tells me that there's going to be women that hear this kind of stuff, and they're definitely going to walk away saying, I don't know if I really want to fight her. You know what I mean? But I'm used to that as well. We just give them a little bit more money. Furniture shopping. I like to shop.
Can you spell her name too for the media?
Yes.
It's Shadasia, last name Green, no E at the end.
That green belt.
Did
you see me hugging the WC?
Yeah, she kept going, man.
What's her nickname? She has one yet?
Sweets.
Sweets. Why Sweets? Out of curiosity.
It's the way I fight. It's sweet, yeah.
Oh.
One of you guys take.
Can you just pose for us right here? Over the...
In front.
Yeah.
In front of the dais, whatever.
Hands up.
They'll do it naturally.
What's up?
Come on up here, Mom.
Yes.
Mommy.
Mami, they want you on jam, mami.
Come on.
You get one with just me and Shadasia?
Sweet. Looks good.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.